you about Clyde and Le'Veon. Eric Bieniemy said this week this is going to be a thunder and lightning type deal. This was the first look at what they're going to be. How did you feel it went, and what did you see from Le'Veon in particular?
Yeah, I mean, I thought they did well. I mean, I thought Clyde obviously continued to put up tough runs and these long runs and being able to break tackles and do that different type of stuff. And then I thought Le'Veon did a great job coming in. I mean, off a week of practice where you only get a couple days pretty much, and then to be able to step right in, have a few big runs, and then really get his footing. Obviously, I mean, there's still little details you get to work out here and there, but for someone to come in and have the success like that early, I mean, it's definitely exciting.
Let's go next to Herbie Tiopi. Go ahead, Herbie.
Hey, Patrick, you're obviously the face of the franchise, but what does it say about this team when they don't necessarily have to rely on your arm every week and you see all three phases of the game clicking like this?
Definitely nice for me. I mean, it's nice that we'll be able to go out there and win in several different ways, and I think we kind of found our footing on that at the end of last year, and it's kind of continuing to this year. And we kind of feel the temperature of the game, offense, defense, and special teams. And obviously we want to score every drive, but if it's not there and the defense is playing like it's playing today, don't make anything worse and just punt and let the special teams work, and then let the defense go out there and make plays.
Let's go next to Mick Schaefer. Go ahead, Mick.
Yeah, along the same lines there, Patrick, everybody's wanting to talk about how do you guys combat the way that teams are playing you defensively? Is the best way to combat that running the football? And you guys have been so good the last few years on third downs. Seeing an 0 for 8 today, is that kind of sticking your craw a little bit?
Yeah, I think I just didn't have answers in certain situations. They brought a few cover zero pressures. They brought a few things that we've had success on this year especially, and I didn't have the right answer at the right time. And then we didn't execute at a high enough level as an offense to go out there and continue to move the ball. I mean, we had times we were moving it seemed like very easily, but then we would get kind of stall out. And so it's stuff that we can get better at. I mean, whenever you feel like you don't play a great game offensively and you win by 27 or whatever it was points, I mean, it's a good feeling. So a win's a win, and we'll move on to the next one and know that we have to go out and play our best football this next week.
Let's go next to Nate Taylor. Go ahead, Nate.
Patrick, I've asked you this before, but can you explain just the feeling in the second quarter when the game is somewhat tight and then there's a touchdown return, there's a pick six, you don't have the ball much, like you mentioned. Just what is that feeling like on the bench, just watching your teammates thrive?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely an awesome feeling. I mean, to see guys like Dan make a big-time pick and then get to the end zone, then the Pringle to get back there and to make that return. I mean, he hit that thing like he was back at K-State. It's cool. Obviously, you want to be out there playing, but it got us a big lead, and it kind of changed the tempo of the game. And I thought we started kind of offensively, going back to offensive. We started off really hot, and then we kind of had that long lull, and then we didn't kind of combat that and come back with the same energy that we needed. And so learning from this being a learning experience and knowing when you have that long break during a game like that, being able to be better on the other side of it.
Let's go next to Harold Kuntz. Go ahead, Harold.
Hey, Patrick, when it comes to you got sacked, I think 4 times today. I know what was going on with the communication there. It seemed like in one play, Bell was going up her screen and kind of just let it slide, and the guys got to you. And you looked a little frustrated too, but how did that just affect you throughout the game?
Yeah, there was one of them, was cover zero pressure, and they held it, disguised it very well. And that's just another, like a little detail. I mean, he got his eyes around, but I wasn't sure if he was going to be able to see it and recognize it. And so just kind of building that chemistry with him on that. It wasn't a screen or anything like that, but he was kind of the hot throw in that situation, and I didn't trust it and give him the chance to make the play. And then we had a miscue at one point at the offensive line, and then the one we didn't get the right protection, and we kind of put Kaiser in a bad situation, being one-on-one with one of their best pass rushers. And then that's on me of not miking it the right way. And so there's just different things that we got to be better at. And so it could definitely be a great learning experience. But hopefully we can continue to get better and better each and every week.
Let's go next to Sam Mellinger. Go ahead, Sam.
Hey, Patrick, I don't know if this is a weird thing to ask you, like right after the game, but I'm just wondering if you can think of do you see an evolution in the team, your teammates other than you, from 2018 when it seemed like it was just this narrow way for you guys to win, just score a boatload of points, right? And now you have all these different ways. I'm just curious if you see an evolution of just the way that you guys can win ball games now.
100%. I mean, as far as our team, I mean, guys really just continue to work and continue to battle. I mean, we obviously didn't play offensively the way we wanted to, but guys continue to work, continue to press on until we got a touchdown there at the end. And so It's something that I've learned in my career so far. I mean, obviously, I was talking to Tyron about it after the game, actually, right before he came out here. And I was like, young Patrick would have probably tried to force it and thrown a ball and maybe made a bad interception or something like that. Whereas now, seeing the way the defense is playing and knowing that it's not there, just kind of either taking the sack or not completing the pass and throwing it away where it's not going to be interceptable. And so you have to learn ways to win in this league. It's not always going to be 400 passing yards or 200 rushing yards or whatever it is. It's going to be finding ways to win, and I think this team's doing a great job of doing that.
We'll go to Matt Derrick with the last one. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, Patrick, it looked like one of the bigger celebrations of the day was there at the end when Chad got into the end zone. And that was his first rushing touchdown in 8 years. So how big was it? I mean, how much does that just do for the offense's morale and the camaraderie when you get it in a moment like that?
Yeah, I mean, this is a brotherhood. I mean, from the first guy on this roster all the way down to the last guy on this roster, we really support each other, and we're going to go out there and show that same support no matter what the situation is, no matter who's in the game. And so I think that's why you have such a great chemistry in this locker room, and why people can come in and they just know that we're all competing to be the best and to help each other out be the best. And so to see a guy like Chad, I mean, he puts in the work every single day. He's there at least as much as I am, and he's putting in the time for being prepared for moments like these. And for him to be able to make a big play in the fourth quarter of that game, I mean, it was a sweet moment, and that's something that I'm sure